Yeah, I mean, it's a really long story. I could try to sum it up for real, but let me start by saying this. When I first got hired there, and this was only 2 weeks, bro. I've only been there 2 weeks, right? 3 weeks. This is probably my third week, right? And the very first day I'm there, the chick, Wendy, who's a total crackhead, and their driver, right? She's a fentanyl addict, and their driver, right? This is it. Okay, so she tells me that they've had 6 people quit in the past month, right? And I'm like, why? And I assume it's the people. Because I'm like, how could you, like, this is the most amazing fucking thing that you could be given as a job. I don't give a fuck if it only paid $12 an hour. You're selling weed legally to the community. You know what I'm saying? What's better than that? Well, then I came to realize some of these staff up here are the reason why people are quitting. And they don't want to admit to it because they're good, because that's like their top people. But dude, these people are not cool. They do not represent the culture at all. And dude, yeah. So basically, I've kind of told you, I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years, bro. 30 fucking years. I know everybody in St. Louis. I grew up here. I was one of the first people to live in St. Peter's before there was any type of society, fucking population here. And I started technically selling weed when I was 20 years old, bro, and I'm 48, and I mean, I fucking sold to everybody. I sold to the Cottonmouth Kings. I sold to fucking Head PE. I mean, we're talking about celebrity fucking bands know my name. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm kind of infamous for what I do, but I don't really do it no more because it's fucking nearly impossible to snatch people that are so plugged into this legal market matrix bullshit. And so anyway, and again, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been sober for 2 weeks. I have not smoked weed whatsoever. And they're not used to people like me that are powerhouses, that are martial artists, that are fucking like almost professional athletes. Because they're all smoking. They're all high on their own supply. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm outpacing them. I'm outworking them. I'm outshining them on customer service skills. I'm building instant rapport with everybody that comes in. You know what I mean? And there are people that are retail transplants that don't know anything about the weed industry, and they're learning about the weed industry from an onboarding app. Not to say that there aren't a couple real people up there, like Luther, but I'm saying this is the type of people I'm dealing with, and they don't like me, and they are fake nice to me. A couple of them, a majority of them are really fucking solid and good people, and I could tell you all their names, but I'm telling you right now, that guy Will up there is fuck that guy. Not this new guy that I said had the weed shirt, because his name's Will too, and he's the one that said THCM stands for Missouri. He's actually a really good dude, but the other Will. That guy has no business working in a dispensary whatsoever, dude. And he's been saying some snide remarks to me, and this shit's been building up. And then there's Trey, who thinks he's the fucking boss. And they're starting to catch on to who I am, because I'm walking up in there in fucking Humboldt County jiu-jitsu t-shirts. I'm walking up in there sporting the Lost Boys shirt that the same guy that the cop in Humboldt County is wearing in the Netflix documentary Murder Mountain, right? So if you watch that documentary on Netflix, if it's still up there, halfway through, like one of the Humboldt County sheriffs is wearing a Lost Boys shirt, and guess who's friends with the black belt coach up there and is trained there? Me, right? Because I've lived off and on in Humboldt County, and I'm trying to explain this to these people that, without like incriminating myself, like, hey, I really don't want to hear any of y'all try to tell me any of your corporate lies, And so they're jealous of me, dude. They're jealous of me in every shape, way, and form. They're mad that fucking I'm building rapport instantaneously with fucking supermodel chicks that come in. They're mad that I'm shooting the shit with Everybody loves me. All the customers fucking love me that come in there. And so this Nick, the manager guy, is like, yeah, writing letters to HR talking about, man, this KERM guy is built different, bro. If I could find 5 of him, this would be the most winningest dispensary. And it's like, you're not going to ever find five of me because there's only 1 of me and I'm right here, you know? And I'm not trying to act all holier than thou, but I'm just saying, dude, I researched this shit over and over and over. And I got my bullshit detectors on, and I don't want to hear one of your fucking lead bud tenders named Will lied to a senior citizen about how all indica plants taste like pepper, but if you want, various terpene flavors, then you need to smoke a fucking sativa, and that if you want the flavor of a sativa and the taste and the fucking high of an indica, then you need a hybrid, which is absolute fucking nonsense, bro. Absolute fucking nonsense. The truth is, a sativa plant falls under the category of hemp, and it says it in the very first issue of High Times magazine in 1974, 4 years before I was fucking born. You know what I'm saying? And this is what a hybrid is. The only way for them to market a psychoactive plant, indica, which is more THC than CBD, is by marketing it a hybrid, by crossing it with the hemp plant and trying to bring you the best of both worlds, the psychoactive effects and the therapeutic effects of CBD, which is found in hemp. And that's what a hybrid is, right? But none of these people will fucking say that, right? Go in there and quiz them. They don't know what the fuck they're saying, dude. They're learning about cannabis for the first time from an onboarding app, right? And so dude, I'm feeling the pressure building. I'm starting to realize that I'm catching on, especially because Trey has repeatedly fucking ran his mouth to me about how I'm avoiding people. And I'm like, well, if you could prove to me that I'm avoiding people, please show me. Run back the footage, bro. Because I'm in here handling everybody like Neo handles agents in the Matrix, bro. And you assholes have realized how good I am, and now you're sitting back letting me run the fucking bud tending by myself to where, like, I'm doing the drive-through and I'm doing the fucking registers, and your leads are sitting back watching me, and every once in a while coming up to me like a little bitch and saying, "You're doing a great job." Like, that's Will's voice. It's very feminine. "You're doing a great job. My name's Will. I'm a sissy ass," and I'm fucking getting sick of it, right? And so, dude, here's how the bud tender position works up there. These bud tenders are only behind the cash register for like a couple hours before they rotate them, before they get burnt out completely, and they go either to the vault to pack orders or to the front to do check guests in, right? But I'm the delivery driver, and they barely have any deliveries ever because they haven't got the word out. And obviously because the other delivery driver is a fentanyl addict. You know what I mean? And it's like, no wonder nobody orders fucking deliveries. Who would want that to show up at their front door? And like, so in the meantime, they're training me to be a bud tender, and I'm supposed to be shadowing these bud tenders. Hence, Shadow, my dog. And like, dude, they're not letting me shadow them. And anytime I ask them for help, especially Trey, he snaps off at the fucking mouth and tells me that I'm avoiding people. And I'm like, how am I avoiding people, bro? Like, again, run back the footage. I want to see proof of this. And so anyway, dude, we get swamped, bro. And we got these 2 girls that come in there. And dude, I've already seen this chick in here every fucking day, right? And I know I'm not trying to be mean. I refer to them as Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but I don't really mean that. But like, I'm just saying that they're so high that their nicknames could be Tweedledee and Tweedledum. You know what I'm saying? And they come in, and I take. So this is what happened, bro. I go into work and there's no deliveries, so I bud tending for fucking 5 hours straight, bro. No break at all. 5 hours fucking straight. Handling the drive-through, and we're talking about every fucking 5 seconds there's a new person, and I'm like, yo, and then handling all the fucking customers that come in 5 hours fucking straight, bro. And then these chicks come in that, like I said, they come in every fucking day, and they're like, here, give me their ID, and I can't find the order. And when I even try to look up their past history, There's not an order. And I'm like, and now I'm hesitant to ask for help, because anytime I ask for help, they start accusing me of avoiding people. And I'm not even supposed to be bud tending. I'm supposed to be shadowing these people, right? And so I'm like, bro, I'm like, Luther, because I can't find the order. And I have forgotten because it has been so busy. But Luther did say that somebody was going to come in and that their order was under a different name. And instead of putting it into the cabinet under the original name that it was under, which is what this chick's ID said, he puts it on top of the cabinets. And by this time, I have forgotten about it. So I don't bring up, like, hey, is it under a different name? And, like, I can't figure it out. So I'm like, Luther, so I asked the chick, I was like, do you know what you ordered? She's like, oh, I don't even remember. It was like an eighth that's on sale for $20. I was like, you know the brand? She's like, no. I was like, fucking, that just described everything that's on sale. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Luther, do you know? And he's like, no. And he's busy as fuck, and I feel bad for asking him for his help. So here comes the big bad wolf Trey, talking about, hey, no, just walks by me, and I'm like, Trey, because now somebody's pulled through the drive-through, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, Trey, and I don't even want to talk to this dickhead because I know he's about to snap on me, and I'm like, Trey, but the problem is, like, this guy's a leader, and if he doesn't recognize this chick's face and know her name by heart as much as she comes in here, then he's not even qualified, because I've already fucking built so much rapport with this chick. I can tell you she's cool as fuck. Her fiance comes in here, and her friend is like her fucking sister-in-law that's with her, right? And it turned out that her order was actually under her friend's name. But they don't tell me this, dude, because they're stoned out of their mind. And so, yeah, so, like, here comes Trey, and I go, Trey, hey, bro, like, would you happen to know? And he's like, I don't know, look it up. And I'm like, fucking thanks a lot. Like, how am I supposed to look up in a computer the $20 eighth that we don't even know the fucking name of the strain, and we don't even know the name of the brand? How the fuck am I supposed to do that? And I go, hey, man, are you busy? And he fucking snaps on me, bro. He's like, yeah, I am. And just walks past me, right? And goes to the drive-thru. And the only reason I was asking him if he was busy is because I thought, hey, man, you should know this customer by heart. Maybe you know where their order is, and you're a lead, and you need to take action on this immediately, because I'm supposed to be shadowing you. You know what I'm saying? And so he does the drive-thru and leaves me with these chicks. And then we figure it out. And it was under the wrong fucking name, right? So we'll get her on her way. So here's where shit builds up. Like I said, I just did that for 5 hours straight, bro. I'm starving. I'm dehydrated. I'm like, I haven't really had lunch at all, dude. And I go in the back and I see Mark. And Mark's super cool, bro. And I'm like, hey, bro, can I fucking go take a lunch break, man? Like, I'm starving. I think I'm going to faint. And he's like, yeah, dude, do whatever you want. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I go and I see Trey in the back room. And I look at him and I do something that no employee of any business should ever have to do. And I apologize to him for asking him for his help, right? That's what happened. I apologize to him for asking him for his help, bro. And he fucking, like I'm like, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of your help. I'm going to bow down and kiss your feet. When you say jump, I say how high, This is how this guy treats me. He's fake. He's a fake-ass asshole. And he shows pure signs of alcoholism, right? Like, I think he's an alcoholic, and I think there's something about me being sober and high energy that he doesn't like. And so the minute I apologize to him, he fucking barks at me, bro. He's like, you need to stop avoiding people. And I'm like, dude, I was not ready to get hit with that much negative energy. I was just like, fuck this, dude. And then I'm like, hey, man, I was like, just to let you know, right? Like, fucking postured up on him hard, like, ready to slap this. And then I'm like, never mind. I'm going to lunch. I'll be back, okay? And then I leave. Well, that's when I made the mistake of texting the manager and being like, hey, bro, I'm just letting you know this guy's about to get slapped. I'm from the hood. So, not 100%, but a little bit, And so, like, I forget you don't say that shit to managers. The manager is not your friend. He's your manager. And I think he called up Trey, bro. So by the time I get back to the store, Trey is avoiding me. He won't even look my direction. He's shaking in his fucking boots, dude. Because he knows I'm a fighter. He knows that, like, I'm pretty sure they know that I will f up. And when then everybody comes at me to try to stop it, I'm going to take out all of them too. And they're going to have to call the police. And that's the only people that are going to restrain me, because ain't nobody in there, even if I fight them all at the same time, going to take me, bro. Especially now that I'm sober and I've been fucking jumping rope 10 minutes every day before I even go into there. And I'm just hype on good energy, you know. And this is the truth, bro. My spirit scares their demons, dude. And so I immediately, dude, just start going off on Nick and texting him and talking hellish shit. And this is everything I'm going to put in my Google review of their dispensary. All the text messages, everything from HR to blah, blah, blah. So I end up getting suspended. So then I had to talk to the HR lady. And the HR lady, I had to talk to her for 35 minutes. And I just fucking tore her a new ass. And after it was said and done, she was like, well, did you tell Nick that you were going to slap Trey? And I was like, hell yeah, I did. I admit that. I 100% did say that. I ain't gonna lie. You know? And then she's like, well, did you tell Nick not to fuck with you? And I go, yeah, I did. Do real things. You know? I was like, hell yeah, I said that shit. I admitted I did it, you know? And like, so this fucking is like, we're going to review the footage, right? So they review the footage, and then I wake up this morning and I start text messaging her and I go, hey, look, you know, I quit, but I'll come back if you'll fire Trey and Will and Wendy, right? And so, yeah, dude, she calls me, they tried to call me at 9:30 a.m. and I just answer because it's Nick, and I know Nick's scared of me. And I'm like, what's up, Nick? You know, and he's like, oh, hey, like fucking probably shit himself when he heard my voice, right? And he's like, I just want to let you know. And I was like, I want to let you know I quit. Didn't she tell you that I quit? Why are you calling me? You know? And he's like, oh, we're terminating you. And I was like, I'm terminating you, bro. I'm like, you're terminated. You're terminated. Don't f with me, boy. You know? And like, yeah, so I got fired. But I technically quit. And this is what happened, bro. And you can tell everybody in the streets, do not support Good Day Farm or Codes Dispensary, because they are not about the culture. They do not care. And even Luther, the OG fucking deadhead that works up there, that is the only guy that I respect, tells everybody that they do not take care of their people, you know? And half the staff fucking, dude, it's such a shit show, right? And this guy's trying to build a team and doesn't even know how to be a team player. And none of these people know how to operate as a team. And the minute I try to throw them the ball and tell them to score because I'm over fucking whelmed, they tell me that I'm avoiding people. Prove it.